Today we're back on a topic on how to run faster, my absolute favorite topic, and I'm going to give you the inside scoop on how to increase your stride length and why that might be the key to you running faster. My name is Anna Lagarde Jensen. I run for as long as I can remember. My dad even jokingly says I didn't learn to walk until I was 7. Before that, I just ran. I've learned from the best coaches and fastest athletes in the world and studied this for over 20 years. This is my passion and I'm so excited to share it with you. So there are a few things you can do to move faster. You can improve your technique, you can increase your frequency, so that is how fast your leg moves, or you can increase the stride length, meaning you'll cover more ground with the same steps. This is part of a 100-meter stretch, and the world's fastest man, Usain Bolt, runs this with 41 steps, which is 3 to 4 steps less than any of his opponents, which experts say is why he was able to run so fast. So we're going to do a little test to see how much we improve after this video. I want you to run a set distance, say 100 meters. I want you to time yourself and I want you to count the amount of steps that you take, and then after you have done what I'm going to show you, see if you take fewer steps and run faster. So first things first, are you even in a position where you actually can increase your stride length? So your stride length is going to be a function of lifting your leg higher and also pushing out fully in the back. So if you are running in a seated position, which a lot of runners are, once you start looking for it, you won't be able to unsee it because, I don't know, 50% or more runners do this. You're not going to be able to lift your leg as high, and you're also not going to be able to fully kick out behind you. So there are 3 reasons why you might be running in a seated position. One is you just learn to run that way. And the other 2 are your glutes either aren't strong enough or they're not activated. So to check if they're strong enough, you're going to get yourself into a bridge position. And you want to see if you can lift your body to be in a straight line. And then here comes the tricky part. Can you sustain that bridge if you lift one leg at a time? You'd be surprised how common it is to see people not being able to lift their body weight this way, and how one side is typically a lot stronger than the other. So if you're not strong enough, you need to add some more glute workouts to your workout regimen. And even if you are strong enough, you might need to activate them before you run, because if you're sitting down all day long, they're not going to be activated by the time you run. So here are my 2 favorite exercises to activate your glutes. The first one is going to be a peeing dog. Now make sure that your body is stable when you do this, and make sure to lift your leg as high as you possibly can. I would do 20 to 30 on each side. Another exercise I love to activate your glutes is to use a resistance band. Get down low and then shuffle side to side. I would do at least 20 steps in one direction. Make sure that you stay low and that your back is straight. Don't forget to go the other way as well. Okay, so now that your glutes are activated, you want to make sure that you are tall and proud when you run. So you go from a seated position to tall and proud. Okay, so now your glutes are activated, you are tall and proud, you are ready to start increasing your stride length. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you lift your knees higher. You know, when you get really tired and just can't lift them, that's what we want to avoid. So imagine your leg being like a wheel. And the smaller the wheel, the more times you're going to have to spin it to get through your distance. And the larger, obviously, the fewer revolutions it's going to take. But not only that, you're going to have so much more force hitting the ground coming from up here than you will from down here. So not only are you going to increase your stride length by lifting your leg higher, you're also going to get more force to the ground, which will propel you forward a lot faster. So we talk about our hip flexors, but did you know there's not one muscle, it's actually 5. There are 3 that are responsible for lifting it up to 90 degrees, and then 2 that are responsible for lifting it from 90 degrees and above. And this is typically weak or inactive in a lot of people because we sit down all day long, so they get really, really scrunched up. So here are a few of my favorite exercises to get them activated and to get them really, really strong. So to both strengthen and to test if your hip flexors are weak, pull your leg up. Find your balance. Pull your leg up and see when you remove your hands, can you keep your leg here? Because if it falls down, your hip flexors are going to be weak. So can you keep it up here for at least 15 seconds? And as always, you want to check both legs to see if they are symmetrically strong. Okay, I think I got this. Running drills is going to be another great way for you to increase your hip flexor strength. So high knees are going to be your best friend. Now you want to make sure that your feet are right underneath you. Another exercise you can do back to the resistance band is loop them around your feet and then lift your leg from here. This is a really, really good exercise. I'd make sure to do at least 20 on each side. All right, so your glutes are activated, you are tall and proud, you're lifting your knees high. Now what? Now you want to add a little bit of spring to your step. So what that means is you're going to fully extend the leg behind you. So plyometrics and some running drills are going to be your best friend here. A good place to start is to do straight leg kicks. Now you want to make sure to push forward, not upwards. So this is what it looks like. If you have any small hurdles or even put out shoes or any kind of objects that you can jump over, you can increase your stride length by doing this little exercise right here. So as you do this, you want to increase the distance as much as you can and incorporate that into your training regimen. You also want to make sure to do both legs, so you're not just doing one. And final point, you want to make sure that your leg is fully extended when you jump over them, because that's where that bounce is going to come from. Another thing you can do is one-leg jumps over small or big hurdles. So increasing your stride length is actually pretty easy. You want to run tall and proud and hips forward, so not in a seated down position. You want to make sure that your leg is lifted high and that you're fully extending and adding a little bit of bounce forward in every step you take. So try it out and record yourself to see the difference in your running after trying these 3 simple things. And don't forget to count the number of steps that you are taking and see if it feels easier to run at all. A little side note here, as you increase your stride length, make sure you're not overstriding. I have a video right here that you can check and see if you are overstriding and how to avoid it. And I would love to hear what other running videos you want to see from me, and I will catch you on the next one.